God, and he's really excited.
What would your dad teach you to do though? Lie, cheat, fuck around, bitch, little shit like that. Like, no, you can't stay the night.
Bro, she will hurt you, bro.
I miss hanging out with myself. I gotta get my money up so I can do it more and like do it just like a little safer, you know? And when I say safer, I mean like a gun. But anyway.
Hi guys, I've been drinking tonight.
Just do better. There's an idea. Like, how about if you want to put it in my head that I should be doing better, why the fuck aren't you? You are a recovering crash out. It's like, please don't fucking tempt me with a good time. Especially a good time that involves a mess. Maybe if you care about what the fuck people think about you, then don't do the wrong shit in front of people. I don't know. But
Jesus Christ, the way that you would conduct research or the things that you would look would give good 𝘊𝑗𝑒𝑗. And for some people, everyone is called to ministry. Not everyone is called to the marketplace. Not everyone is called to Psalms where he says that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And Psalms
just trying to be, I don't know why I'm trying to be cute. Like, that's the whole point. Like, this is why I'm going through the cleansing moment that I am, because I'm so vain and that's kind of gross.
like, sometimes you need a test for transformation. Like, God will prune you through testing, or God will prune you through situations that are difficult. But some of us are genuinely putting ourselves in hardships and situations because it's be uploaded and listened to by many other people. The presence of God will guide you into what to read, into what to pray, into what to say. We've gone over these scriptures time and time again. But again, and dwelt with the Lord in order to hear what his plan was for me. And I think that's what led me to April. It was small moments of like disobedience, not even in a sin way, but just disobedience because I wasn't tapped into the source. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow. This is 34. The kingdom means every single day I'm seeking the Lord intentionally about what my role in the kingdom is, in the kingdom. If I had asked the question to the Lord, Lord, I'm seeking your kingdom.
I don't know if this is gonna focus or not. I doubt it, because you know, like I say, when the sun is involved. Nevertheless, I just wanted to say, I'm watching the channel, I think it's called Find Me in the Secret Place, and I just wanted to say, like, she low-key just touched on something that, like, I have really been, like, unpacking and discovering a lot. Also, excuse my shit, but I was doing some yoga and I was reading my Bible, my tear-stained Bible. Because I woke up yesterday and I was on the ground. I just was like, oh my God. I'm like stressed out. I'm stressed out, but I've actually not been claiming it like that. I'm not that stressed. And so watching that channel, she was just talking about kind of how like we put, she didn't say this part, but I'm gonna say it, and the sun, like I said, is going away, so like just bear with me. Cause it's also like cloudy. Oh my God, I just looked at the sun for 2 seconds and now I like cannot see. Am I even gonna sit on the floor and do yoga? I haven't even really done the yoga, so I feel like yes. I would talk to y'all and stretch, but like, is that weird? Imagine I'm just over here like, so God told me, because I am tense these days. Oh my God. But basically the video that I was watching, it was just talking about how like you'll like pretty much set an intention, or you'll like say a prayer early on in your life, and then it pretty much comes to fruition. Like God takes care of that for you, and it comes in the form of like things in your present day being like cut out, and not the sun coming back. My legs hurt, so I need to stretch them, and I'm like gassy. Ugh. I'm low-key on the ground. I'm trying to like reteach my body how to do a split again, because I feel like I've lost it over the past couple months. Because because I've done one like kind of recently. I don't split on this side though anyway, so I've been trying to just like stretch it out on both sides. Because if I could end up doing like a Chinese split, like that would be really fucking cool. You know what I mean? I need to shut up and talk about what I need to be talking about. I decided this week that I wanted to do like a cleansing moment. I mean, this entire era and season is a cleansing moment for my ass. So like, nothing different. It's on brand. Right now, today, I'm reading Psalms 55:10 because I was grieving so hard yesterday, and like that shit sent me up a wall. Specifically this one right behind me. I was on the ground. So, you know, did my little razzle tap tap, and then God provided me with Psalms chapter 55. Well, it was really, I guess, yeah, it actually did start at 54 if I'm being honest, because, you know, if you are feeling like you're in a place of needing to be saved, needing to be heard, and when I talk saved, I'm just like not talking about like, oh, you've sinned and you need to be like, no, like when you've really found that like weakness point, that's where you find him the most, where God has to actually like deliver you and help you. Because people, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, I know a lot of people sometimes don't even like look for the power of God when things are going good. It's only when things are going bad that people are like, oh my God, okay, let me try to like, and I will be honest and say like, I'm not one of those people like fully, because when bad shit happens, I also don't always go to God. Like a lot of times, like I'm the kind of person where I just feel like, if, like for example, but think about me, I love an example. When it comes to like mental health. What was I saying? I was saying nothing but the devil. And then that doesn't help. What I was gonna say. So like, for example, like the subject of mental health as a African-American person in America, it's the way a cramp just hit me right now. It's like, I can't, like literally the devil is trying to do anything in his power to like distract me. My wrist keeps itching, it's weird shit. But like, I think that genuinely something could be wrong with me. I do. I think that, and not even wrong, because there's levels to it. Like we're all on a spectrum, you know, we know that, but like I genuinely feel like sometimes like my attention span, the creativity of it all, the like impatience of it all, the random OCD of it all, like I feel like the way people talk in society, like something could genuinely be like, I could be diagnosed with something like tomorrow. I don't go to a fucking like counselor to allow them to diagnose me with anything. Like even if I did have a therapist, because I used to, I tell the truth about my situations and stuff, but the way I talk about them, I don't bring them to them, or I would not bring something like that to someone in the realm of like, help me and make me feel like you're gonna medicate me and do some weird shit to me. And the last thing you know we need is a person trying to like say we're crazy, because that's already the label we wear. Go to no fucking therapist to tell me some shit I already know. Or I'm not gonna go to a psychiatrist. I don't even know the difference between the two. I might have to pop the definition up right here, because I don't know. Whoever diagnoses you medicine and whoever the fuck actually gives it to you, I'm not gonna tell those people that I actually think I'm hearing shit up here if I'm hearing shit up here. And the stigma, like where I'm from, in our community in general, because it's definitely becoming more accepted, but like in general, like where I'm from especially, like you just don't talk about that shit. And if you talk about it, like do something about it pretty much. As a Christian woman, and like my grandma has kind of always instilled in me, she would say, you know, like, have you gone to God about it? Which I will say though, she can instill that in me, thank God, through a way of religion, but like at the same time, it's still an avoidance coping mechanism for like just shutting down the topic or the actual, you know, flesh-based solution for things like mental health or anxiety. And there's a lot of times where I know that I'm going through things, and I know that I've done things and set things in motion in my life that I knew weren't great. Or another example, in my past relationship, when I got with him, I knew he was sick. Like I knew he was sick. And even when you like contemplate linking with somebody and all of that, like you just, whenever you have a reluctant feeling, it's not that the person's gonna kill you all the time. Like, I guess I was safe sleeping around him, but you feel in your spirit when you have discernment like that, you feel in your spirit when there is a disconnect. I'm not gonna say like I knew he was a horrible person or I knew he was a cheater. Like, I kind of feel like I did, but like, either way it goes, like, that's a different part of psychology. That's more like what you see your parents do kind of thing. But even so, then, like, both of my parents were cheaters. I didn't fucking cheat on him. Anyway, you see the red flags, you know, like, okay, 9 times out of 10 you go talk to the guy that's like the bad boy and he does bad boy shit to you, and then you're dealing with the fallout of that situation. Like, yeah, your grandma being like, oh, did you go to God about it? Like, maybe that doesn't help in that moment, but like, realistically though, did you go to God about it? Were you talking to God when you even decided to make that poor ass decision that you kind of low-key knew was a poor ass decision? Because if not, then I don't know what to tell you. In situations like that where I really think like, okay, this is serious, like maybe I should go to God about it, maybe I should do it. When it comes to big things, I just like make moves. And I don't make those moves like blindly, obviously. Like, I think that I am led by the Lord and by the good graces of the universe. Shit's not easy, it doesn't feel great, but I'm getting exactly what I deserve. I'm getting exactly what I deserve for the seeds that I planted. Going back to the video that I was saying that I was watching, the central note of what she was just saying is just like, sometimes God answers your prayers in ways that you don't expect, you know? Like, I was praying to God to deliver me from all things that hinder me, to deliver me from anything that's like holding me back or anything like that. And I lose like valuable people, whatever valuable means to me and my human bird brain. Like the college thing, for example, like I really wanted to graduate college all of a sudden, and then when I didn't, I took it so fucking hard that I thus became stagnant and became a person and a thing that was ultimately gonna hinder my success. I had to get up and take some fucking Tylenol. I just got my period. And that's another thing, I got my period yesterday, which was bizarre. Like, when I was with my ex-boyfriend getting my periods, like the week of my birthday, like I would be like mid-period, like on my actual birthday, which is like the 12th of February, if you didn't know. So like obviously around the 12th of every month, that's when my period would fall. When I was on birth control though, that wasn't the case. Like I don't remember growing up and having a period on my birthday. And then after I wasn't with him, I got like a random period. And it was like around the earlier end of the month. So like the week before my birthday would have been in any month. And then yesterday, I get that bitch on the 1st. And I'm like, it's also a full moon right now, I'm pretty sure. Let me fucking look up what the fuck that means. Apparently the full moon was yesterday, and they'll end the month with a blue moon. The first moon is showing where I stand. The second moon will show me what I've built with that awareness. I'm scared. Whatever, my period is coming earlier. So that's great, because when I meet my husband, my birthday and the period, it's just God like clearing. I mean, it's not probably the only reason, but I just think that that's one reason why God is like, got you, because you're not about to be, no. And it's disgusting that, whatever, I'm not even gonna go there. I was reading Psalms, and I feel so empowered by this scripture, by the way. I'm looking for a scripture that will sustain you, and you're in grief, and you are in pain, and you are in fear. One that's really doing it really well for me, like literally there's like 5 chapters, I feel like. Psalms chapter 53, 54, 55, 56, and a little bit of 57. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. Chapter 54 actually is my favorite. It says, save me, O God, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Hear my prayer, O God. Give ear to the words of my mouth. Love that. We want God listening to us. And literally, my Saturn is in Gemini, so I say a lot, and we've talked about this before. I say a lot of the wrong shit. So I'm working on that. We're still working on it. Every day is a freaking lesson. But before my camera dies, I wanted to say, And I'm thinking about whether or not I want to go out tonight and whether or not I feel like that disrupts my salvation. I don't think it does necessarily, because I did want to go out and mingle, but I definitely wanted to make sure like I got my Bible study done for the day. I went out and took a walk around my neighborhood and stuff. That was actually really cool. Like, I miss hanging out with myself. I gotta get my money up so I can do it more and like do it just like a little safer, you know? And when I say safer, I mean like a gun. But anyway, I got this idea from Ezekiel chapter 43 verse 12 through 25. So it talked about like sacrifices. I annotate a lot in my Bible, like I be in there like some days I'm like really in there like sometimes writing so hard that it like bleeds through the pages. Verse 12 says, "This is the law of the house upon the top of the mountain, the whole limit thereof round about shall be most holy. Behold, this is the law of the house." So first of all, it always gave be holy. Like, we know that we're trying our best, everyone's doing their best out here, right? Verse 20 says, "And thou shalt take the blood thereof and put it on the four horns of it and on the four corners of the settle, and upon the border round about, thus shalt thou cleanse and purge it, bitch." Okay, sorry, I shouldn't have said bitch. We're literally doing Bible study. I was drawn and inspired by the rest of those freaking verses, like verse 21 through 25. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I will put it on the screen for you. From that, I pretty much concluded that it's time for me to do the little 7-day cleanse. And it was the 1st of May. Today's the 2nd. It's Saturday. You know how days go. And so I was like, business is me trying to stop cursing. These small measures that we take, like, God really makes it so whereas like something so tiny can really like blow up into, you know, when they talk about like the mustard seed of faith and all that, like it really does not take much. It doesn't take much of the wrong shit, and it doesn't take a lot of the great stuff for you to just really like turn your life in a whole nother direction. I need to do an emotional release. I need to set inner boundaries. I need to have like a mirror work kind of day. Creative consecration, spiritual silence, and I need to activate my higher conscience, because that's really important. And I told y'all about how I had gotten like the oracle deck from my manager. I don't know if it was like her pity present or whatever, but I accept it. She gave me some Palo Santo. I always want to say Paso Robles. That's the town my ex-boyfriend's mom lives in. It basically has just been like reiterating the same message over and over again, like, you have the ability to tap in. So tap the fuck in, and as soon as you tap in, you're gonna succeed like that much more, because you're in it for the right reasons and you're conscious about what you're doing and the impact that you have on the world. But that is why God has us in a position where things are hard when you are not doing what you're supposed to do, because at the end of the day, you were sent here to impact the world in a way. And when you're not living under God's, not rule, but just under the anointing thing that would be best for you in this life, whether you want to or not, because sin has corrupted you, like, it's important and imperative that you take heed to that. What was the case though is I should have been on a path directing myself to a place, not looking for love through other people and other connections, because I already had enough to fulfill it within myself. I just had to do the things and do the work. Before it even became work, all I had to do was stay on track. You didn't stay on track, okay, now you gotta do the work to get back on track. And the work is hard. That's reality. It's hard. You know, I'm just looking at this whole situation for myself, actually. Like, now that I like say it, because like verse 25 in Ezekiel chapter 43 says, "Thou prepare every day a goat for a sin offering. They shall also prepare a young bullock and a ram out of the flock without blemish." I feel like I've had blemishes. Like, cause obviously if I'm getting in a space where I'm feeling more creative and I'm feeling more like I want to talk to you guys and I want to document my life more, and I already do a lot anyway, but like in the right ways and say the right shit and have the right message out there. Now I feel like I'm kind of arriving to that occasion, and that is great. I have not found my church home here. I feel like it's weird. I don't do the mega church thing. I definitely don't do the mega church thing after my ex did what he did at the fucking mega church. These things matter when it comes to your religion and your spot in heaven. Like, as long as you know that, Lauren, like, I think you're fine. But it's like, just because you know some shit doesn't mean you're behaving like it, and doesn't mean you're like walking in your knowledge of that thing. And it's like, you got to do better. I'm talking to myself, obviously. In this 7-day salvation, the first day, the thing was to detach from like the clutter and the old energy. So I cleaned my entire apartment. Like, I mopped the floors. I actually went through and organized my closet. Not every single item of clothing has a place to go, but it has a projected place to go. I just need to get like proper like storages, or like storage units or bins or whatever the fuck I'm gonna do, like drawer system. Today we're gonna sit with the messy emotions, and I've been kinda, I feel like, not doing that well at it. But then again, the messy emotions were the last couple of months. Like, shit, it was what it was. I don't even have much more to like say about it. Like, yes, maybe I should unpack that a little more, because obviously I'm not completely over the situation, especially after like Nose and Peppa Pig gets on my shit doing weird shit. Like, when you're recovering, or like I don't even want to say recovering, but yeah, I actually am gonna say recovering. When you're a recovering crash out, it's like, please don't fucking tempt me with a good time, especially a good time that involves a mess and fucking berating bitches. Yeah, I got that, but like, who the fuck wants to be that person all their life? Like, nobody. It's disgusting. I'm gonna sit with the messy emotions. I need to burn some things apparently, so I'm gonna write on some paper and try to reburn all the shit, because every time I do it, I definitely think it puts a shot out into the universe. Tomorrow, I'm going to be defining the law of the house, so I'm gonna, you know, like symbolically establish the vibe in this bit. Like, that definitely, I think, was a good thing for me to clean first and then do that. I will probably sit down and unpack like every way that like I might go through and actually like decorate it mentally and start working on getting things like actually furnished in here, not just like having shit around and having my things inhabit the space, but actually creating a home out of it. I also need to just like really lay the law of like the person that I want to be and become, to start really getting in my manifestation bag, because a lot of people think, I think a lot of Christians think that manifestation is a sin, but like, if I'm using my Bible, I'm talking to my God, and we become on the same page with something. So if I have a manifestation journal, or if I have a prayer journal, I have both, by the way. You operate on a system that works for you. Like, God created all things in this universe, and it's not just the power of Christianity or the power of religion in the earthbound way that we know it that impacts us in this world. Like, there's so many different systems and so many different levels to this shit. I think that you sometimes can literally just benefit from going to hug a tree or sitting in front of one and like praying and actually bonding with Mother Earth. That shit, I think, definitely centers people in a way. It's all about intention. It's all about what you pour into it. The fact that I say I want something to happen and it happens, I think me, God, the universe, my ancestors, and everybody else was involved in that, and that's okay. With that being said, I need to really create pure, clear, direct intentions. Like, I have like a list of like what I want my husband to be like, but it's like, do you have a list of what you want your fucking life to be like, you fucking Nimrod? Obviously the husband thing came because I had just came off of a breakup where I thought I was going to like be with that guy, and was learning to kind of just like chill on the whole like marriage talk. Not that it was just me like talking about it, because I don't want to make me sound like a fucking delusional idiot. I mean, I am delusional, but like I said, like, not in that way. Like, guys be really wanting to like go all in with you and go like call you wife, or have that type of shit in their phone for your name, or really expect that you're supposed to be like cooking, cleaning, catering to a motherfucker, and their energy and their time and their feelings and all this shit, whatever. So yes, I'm gonna dedicate my equipment. So like this camera that I'm talking to you on, this iPad, my phone sitting right here, my laptop is in this bag right here. These things are tools that are gonna help me really get my message and my testimony and my business ultimately out into the world. And so I wanna make sure like I hone them in and utilize them for the right things, because again, like, clearly I've had these resources for some time now, and I just sit there and bullshit my life away and be so consumed with life, which as I should though. If I was too social media involved, like it would be a problem too. There's always, it's always, you can always do too much of anything. And then the last one, I'm just gonna cleanse the space energetically and gravitate toward greatness pretty much. Like hopefully after these 7 days of just mindfulness, I think I need to actually sit down and write down like, okay, so what did you decide to give up this day? What did you decide to, like, what is a sin that you actually decided to drop on this particular day? And just like after the 7 days, just kind of see how I did with things, and if I need to do it again, we would do it again. Like God definitely understands we're imperfect. I definitely have smoked today and yesterday, so that already kind of has me feeling like I failed, but I'm not even gonna go there because there's bigger things also going on in my life. Like I'm into it with friends right now. Me and my family are not into it, but like shit's kind of weird. They cool with it, and usually I'm cool with it because y'all live a different life than I am. But I know that there's some bitterness in my heart based off of how they handled the situation when I went through my breakup and everything, and like the lack thereof, like the lack of handling it, just like this job situation. Because God at the end of the day is showing me like the avenues that you thought that you had, or I didn't even think I had those avenues, but it's just like what you have to understand is the avenue that you have is God. Always. Like you might be able to rely on your mom or dad tomorrow. You might be able to have a boyfriend that's here and maybe just not lying to you today, or you ain't found out yet, or ain't lying at all, but at the end of the day he's a young person on his own path, on his own, like trying to walk his own path of righteousness. And if he's not doing it and you're supposed to be there, obviously shit's gonna be fucked up. And obviously when you can't trust home and you can't trust him and you can't trust them, I mean, you could turn to drugs, but turning to God would ultimately probably save you sooner. Just gonna keep trying to bring you back to you and who you were before shit tainted you. Like when people disregard homeless people and disregard the shit that they've gone through and the shit that they've had to endure as people in society, that shit drives me up a fucking wall. Because at the end of the day, you don't fucking know. And like people have emotions, people have feelings, and sometimes you can tell on people that they've gone through shit and they've clearly maybe succumbed to the shit, but it's still just not right to just write people off. People might look at this if they ever seen it and be like, that bitch saying that, she's judgmental as fuck. Like judgy, whatever you want to call it. Like I have standards. There are, you know, there's a such thing as a moral compass. Like a blunt person, and if you do the wrong shit in my face, I feel like you did it in front of me, I seen it, so you can't be mad at what the fuck I said it because I seen it. But like neither here nor there. Homeless people and people that have to like really harm their bodies and have went through the ringer, and society has just like completely shunned them as if they don't have a frequency worth vibing with in this life. Like that shit is like sad, but it's interesting. It's definitely something to think about. And that's why I'm saying like I want to make sure that I don't just wake up every day and say that I want to lay these sins down and don't lay them down. Because to me, what this is giving me is like a threshold moment that I'm having where it's like, okay, I can really take you far, and I mean far, not off the deep end. Not necessarily that you're gonna live a shallow life, but you're not gonna have to be in survival mode for the rest of your life if you just lay down the simple things. But still somewhere in my human flesh, I find it easy to do things or say things that don't benefit me in that way or don't push me toward that, you know, goal. And so obviously life isn't that easy, you know. Even though I call a spade when I see it and when I detect it, like with all the judgment and all the criticism that people think I'm so full of, like I'm also so full of like empathy. And like my ex, like it sucks. Or even crying about it, like that shit is a waste. Obviously I'm gonna cry about it, but like it's still a waste because you know what you're dealing with and you get yourself into this, and then you're sitting here crying because you did not have a safety net under your own feet when you know that you can't even trust mom and dad sometimes, and so you thought that you could trust a man. Like that's obviously dumb. Definitely like it happens, have grace with yourself, but you can also admit like if that was my child, I'd be like, okay, it's not your fault because we're definitely gonna whip his ass when we see him, but now what do you do? Take accountability and make sure that shit never happens again. And if you can make sure it never happens again, that means that you have some control in the situation too. So Boom. Again, reading it one more time, like Ezekiel chapter 43 verse 25 says, 7 days shall thou prepare every day a goat for a sin offering. They shall also prepare a young bull and a ram out of the flock without blemish. So not that you're not gonna have the ability in the room to make mistakes, but if you're gonna walk on that righteous path and you're gonna say that you're gonna be holy, don't be lukewarm about it. Like, get it done and do it. I piss myself off when I say that I want things and all that and don't put the work in. And going back to what I was saying 10,000 years ago, since I'm just running off at the mouth apparently, know that you don't exhaust all your options. And that's just in life, when you can take initiative for things that we can see and things that we can do and applications you can put in. But it's another thing to know it spiritually, mentally, and psychologically and still not take initiative for your life. That is a scary feeling, and it's something that I feel like I've been facing a lot lately, and it's been eating me alive and disgusting me. And so I'm working on that. I appreciate you for listening to my TED Talk about a little bit of everything. I feel like I just need to get a lot of stuff off my mind and kind of just like let you know where I was spiritually. I'm not really talking about nothing for real, but like at the same time, this is my life and this is my God and this is my Bible, and it's like we need to just unpack it. But my stomach hurts. I'm gonna go rectify that. Oh my God, I thought my iPad was charging the whole time and it wasn't. Wow. That's so nasty. I fucking hate feet, especially mine. The sunset's gorgeous. I would show you, but I don't know if that's gonna show where I live. So anyways, have a good night.
Hi guys. I've been drinking tonight.
Have you? You should.
It's fucking Saturday, bitch.
I
Get off
would.
your ass.
I definitely was.
Go. Cheetah, bitch, with a splash of pink, just a splash.
We're Aquarius, bitch. Bless you, bless you.
He's already blessed. He got 2 bad bitches in the same house.
And my crib. Let me turn on all lights.
No. Ooh, love the what's called sunlit.
Yes, I love my life and my life.
I got a cheap ass wig, y'all, but it's okay. Soon I'm gonna give me some braids.
What? DreamCon?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 𝘂𝘂𝗯𝘂. We'll dress up as any character. It could be Marvel, DC. You know 𝘊𝑚?
Yes.
She's gonna be there.
Shut up.
Yes, there's gonna be a lot of
You
celebrities.
look a little
there.
like her. Just a little bit.
Is this live?
No,
I have a YouTube channel, so like.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh my God. We're gonna go.
I went out last night and I cannot stop throwing up. My dog is getting her rush of energy for the day. My DoorDasher, who's supposed to be bringing, hold on, my Gatorade and some bread. This nigga then went the wrong way and increased another 2 minutes on the already here delivery time. Asking me like if I was gonna come out tonight, which I really do want to actually, like, because it's at the Flamingo and I heard it's nice. But yesterday he didn't buy me no drink. This other guy did, who he was playing ping pong with, bought me one. Yeah, he wasn't our friend, he was a fucking stranger. He bought my drink. And then he gave a little attitude, the guy that I was like talking to, the guy who bought the drink for me, suggested that we all get shots after their like ping pong game. When we got to the bar, he was like worried about like our like seat or whatever in the bar, and I was like, okay, well, go save it. We're here getting shots. He walks back over and he's like, okay, so who's buying the shots? And I was like, y'all? Like, I don't know, not me. He's like, oh, okay, like, and walked away to go buy his own shit. So today, cause like when we got in the car yesterday,
I don't know who car we were in. It's like obviously doing shit that guys do when you send their love. So I'm just like, okay, you could do that. Cause then when he left yesterday, I hugged him. I'm like, bye. He's like, do you want me to stay tonight? And I was like, no. All this for some guy that ain't gonna buy me no drink. And then when he invited me out, I told him, I was like, I don't feel good. It's the first time I've been on my phone. I was like, I literally picked up my phone to DoorDash and Gatorade. He should have been like, I'm bringing you one. You stay in. If he likes it, I'm gonna throw up. But yeah, right? Am I wrong? Right? I'm right, right? Oh yeah. I'll talk to you later. But